Also breaking tonight, a bombshell report says Texas troopers are being asked to do, quote, inhumane things to stop migrants from crossing the border. ABC 13 anchor Elisa Rivas is here live to break it down for us. Tell us more about this report.
These incredible claims have a lot of people talking, so let's break this down for you. This is the headline from our partners at the Houston Chronicle. Texas troopers told to push children into Rio Grande and deny water to migrants. The report cites an email an unnamed trooper sent to his superiors, which reads in part, quote, "I believe we have stepped over a line into the inhumane." The trooper also said that, quote, "traps of razor wire wrapped barrels have been deployed in the river in Eagle Pass to keep migrants from reaching land." These are photos of the installation. The trooper says those barrels are increasing the risk of drowning by forcing people into deeper parts of the river. He referenced a mother and two of her children who drowned earlier this month. The report also says a pregnant woman was discovered having a miscarriage while caught in the wire. The Chronicle obtained a letter from the DPS director that acknowledges an increase in injuries, but he says the purpose is to deter smuggling and not to hurt anyone. But that unidentified trooper is calling for policy changes. Here is your live look from Eagle Pass this evening. Governor Gregg Abbott saying he has taken drastic steps along the border because he doesn't believe the federal government is doing enough to stop illegal immigration. Neither his office nor DPS responded to the Chronicle's report or to our request for comment tonight.
And here's a big story from Africa. The Ethiopian civil war has turned into a state-sponsored bloodbath, it seems. 9 months ago, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed promised a swift victory. Today, dead bodies are washing up in neighboring countries. Refugee camps are on the brink of collapse. But the Prime Minister is keeping aid agencies out. His apathy and ruthlessness is pushing Tigray towards a famine. Here's a report.
Deep in the Horn of Africa, the horrors of Ethiopia's forgotten war are resurfacing. What was supposed to be a swift victory has descended into a lengthy bloodbath. One that has turned Tigray's mountains, forests and rivers into graveyards. This is Tekeze River. Over its 600-kilometer journey, this river nourishes much of Ethiopia. But today, it's a grim reminder of this cruel war. Downstream in Sudan, dozens of corpses are floating in the river. Some of them are riddled with gunshots. Others were found with their hands tied behind. This isn't a war casualty. It is mass murder. The bodies were first spotted by fishermen in Sudan. They recovered at least 50 of them, but some were washed away by the strong currents, possibly lost forever.
We found that man with his hands tied with a red plastic cord. Everyone else was tied with yellow electric cables. None of them had identifying documents on them. These people were in Humera, but they are not from there. They are from Tigray.
Tekeze's ghosts are likely Tigrayan refugees, people who tried to flee the battle, only to be captured and killed by the Ethiopian army. The government denies this version. They say it's a fake campaign by propagandists. This has been Ethiopia's answer to all atrocities. Deny it ever happened. But these pictures don't lie. The refugee camps in Tigray are running out of food and water. More than 100,000 children are at risk of death. The United Nations wants to help, but the government won't let them.
We need to change the circumstances that have seen trucks moving in rather slowly. We need assured access routes by land, as well as, of course, our own flights going in and out of Mekelle. And frankly, we need the war to end. We need the conflict to stop if this is to be a safe place for the people of those particular regions in northern Ethiopia.
The United States has dispatched U.S. aid chief Samantha Powers to Ethiopia. Washington has dumped money on this conflict, but it's done little to end the war. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed continues to block aid and intervention. He hides behind his Nobel Prize as his countrymen starve to death.